So for this project, you will need a piece of ribbon, any color, about 20 inches long. You need 2 pieces of heavier chipboard squares, about 4.5 by 4.5. You also need 2 pieces of paper, and these are about 5.5 by 5.5. And you'll need a glue stick. So the first thing we'll do is we will take one of our chipboards, and we are basically going to be wrapping it like a present. So make sure it's how I want it, and then I'll place it right in the middle. Now we're going to put our glue around the edge and in the middle. And make sure that you get plenty of glue on there. Then you'll turn it over and just place it flat down and smash it down. Now I also like to put a piece of scrap paper underneath so I don't get glue all over my desk. Then I'm going to put glue around the edge of 2 sides and then fold it down. Just like this. Now this is where we're going to wrap it like a present. We're going to fold it down just a little bit so we know what we're working with. Then we're going to take one corner and flip it over like that, and then do the other corner. And then we're going to glue it down, but we're going to glue down those corners first. And then put glue on the rest and glue it over. That's how you wrap it, like a Christmas present. We'll do the other side too, and then we'll do the same thing with the other chipboard. Now we're going to start on the inside pages, and for this we will need 3 8 by 8 inch squares, and we will be repeating the process on each square. So fold it in half horizontally, make sure your corners and edges line up, and crease it so you have a sharp crease. Unfold your paper and then fold it vertically. Make sure the edges line up and give it a sharp crease as well. Now this next step is very important. With the paper laying this way, it is called a valley form. That means that it's sort of like a valley because it goes down. With it this way, it's called a mountain form because it forms a peak. With your paper laying in the mountain fold, you're going to take it and you're going to fold it over so that you form a triangle and crease it sharply, just like this. Once you open it, you should be able to go underneath, push up, and pop it just like that. See? Push up, pop, and it should be just like that. Then you can squeeze it like this and fold it over. You have one of your papers finished. You will repeat this process with each of the papers so that you have 3 papers that are folded just like this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to set your papers down so that they look like this. And they kind of look like bats, don't they? So you're going to lay them down like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the paper in the middle. Oops. You're going to take the paper that's in the middle and you're going to just flip it up and flip it backwards like this. Up and then backwards so that it's facing the opposite way that the other 2 are. Now you're going to fit these 3 pieces together like a puzzle. You will take this part, slide it in here, take this part and slide it in there, and this is how you will be gluing them down. Okay, so very carefully pull it apart like this. You're going to take your glue stick and you're going to put glue right here on this side where you had that slipped in, and slip it back in there. Press it together really good. Okay, and then you're going to take your other one and you're going to glue it together just like you did the other one. So just slip it in there, make sure you got it right, and then open it and go ahead and put glue all over and slide it back in like you had it. Make sure that you put it on there right and press it down really well. So once you have all three papers glued together, you will be able to see how our book pages create our exploding book. Okay, so now that those are completed, we are going to go ahead and attach these to our front and back covers that we created with our chipboard. And how we're going to do this is we're going to take our ribbon and fold it in half so we can find the middle of it so it's even on both sides. And we will glue that center part down to one of the chipboards inside, just like this. Then we're going to take our paper and we're going to center it, and we will glue it down just like that. Make sure that you put plenty of glue too. We don't want it coming off. So you put a lot of glue on one side and then turn it over and line it up and press down so that it's glued to that part, to the clipboard. So now you take your clipboard, your other clipboard, and you're going to do the same thing. Put a lot of glue and glue it on there. Voila! We have our exploding book ready for our artworks to be glued inside. We can just tie this up like this until we're ready to. So now for the inside pages, an old artwork was used and a 3x5 square template was created for this. And then 12 squares were traced and cut out. Normally you would only use 10, but we wanted to put one on each side of the cover, front and back. So now we're going to take 6 of the squares and with each of those squares we will fold them diagonally to make a triangle, and we will cut them in half. And you're going to do this with all 6 of the squares. Okay, so now you have your pieces cut, and now what you're going to do is just take your book and open it up, and you can see where you have the triangles and where you have just the regular squares that aren't folded. You're going to get your glue stick and take a triangle and start gluing them down in the areas of the pages that are folded, just like this. And then you'll take the ones that aren't folded and put them in the regular squares that don't have a fold. Okay, so that it looks like this. And that way the folded ones will fold when you close it, and the other ones will just stay as they are. There you go. Okay, now I'll just take the last 2 pages and glue one on top and one on the bottom. And then we are finished with our exploding book.